Hello and welcome. This presentation is on Connectional Fund Giving for the Global Methodist Church. I'm Erica Renwick, the Treasurer and Chief Financial Officer for the Northeast Annual Conference of the Global Methodist Church, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to walk you through an overview of Connectional Fund Giving for our churches in the Northeast Annual Conference. Connectional funding is our shared financial commitment that empowers the work of the church, locally, across our conference, and around the world. It's how we pool our resources to support ministry, leadership development, church planting, and our broader mission as the Global Methodist Church. Together, we provide ministries that no single church could accomplish alone. It reflects our accountability to one another and ensures that our mission as the Global Methodist Church continues to grow. To make this process easier, both the Global Methodist Church and the Northeast Annual Conference provide online resources. You can find policies, calculation guides, and worksheets on the respective websites. These links are updated regularly, so you always have the latest information. The Connectional Fund giving amount is calculated as 4% of the church's operating income. Operating income includes tithes, offerings, and other general ministry income, not designated gifts. Of that 4%, 3% supports the ministries of the Northeast Annual Conference, and 1% is forwarded to the Global Methodist Church. When we talk about operating income, we're really talking about the core dollars that support your church's day-to-day ministry. That's things like regular tithes and offerings, your Sunday collection, or gifts towards items already in the budget, like utilities. What we don't include are special or designated gifts. For example, money given for missionaries, local mission projects, bequest, or memorial gifts. Those are important, but they're not part of the funds that keep the church running week to week. Operating income can also include interest or dividends, but only when they come from operating funds. Earnings tied to designated funds or endowments or anything that's reinvested don't count here. And in rare cases, if your church sells an asset and those proceeds go directly into the operating budget, that could be included. But most asset sales are automatically restricted, so that usually won't apply. So essentially, operating income is about capturing the everyday giving and resources that keep your church moving forward. Another part of operating income can come from how your church uses its space. If groups rent the building or there's a rental income from the parsonage, and that money goes into the operating budget, it's included. But things like damage deposits or funds set aside specifically for parsonage upkeep do not count. Operating income also includes money from fundraisers, but only when the proceeds support the operating budget. So, for example, if you hold a dinner to raise funds for church expenses, the net amount after cost would be counted. On the other hand, fundraisers for special projects or capital campaigns wouldn't be included. In short, operating income is all about the regular dollars that support your church's ongoing ministry, not money that's restricted for something special. For 2025, Connectional Fund Giving is based on your church's operating income from 2024. For the general church, the percentage is 1%. There's no worksheet required. You simply send in your giving, either online through Realm or by check. For the Northeast Annual Conference, the percentage is 3%. We do require a worksheet, which you'll complete based on your 2024 operating income and submit it to me. After that, you can remit funds online or by check, just like the general church. We'll go into more detail about actual remittance process in the next video. Each year, your Connectional Fund giving is calculated from your church's operating income from the prior year. That's why the annual worksheet is so important. I ask that you send your worksheet to me every January. It helps ensure accuracy and consistency across all of our churches. I also use these worksheets to plan our conference operating expenses for the year, since the funds you give directly support our ministries and operations in that same year. Once your connectional fund amount is set, you have flexibility in how you send it in. Some churches prefer to give monthly, others quarterly, and some choose to make one lump sum payment for the year. There isn't a single right way. It's about what works best for your church's budgeting and cash flow. We'll walk through the actual process of submitting payments in the next video, but for now, just know that you have options in how often you remit. From time to time, a church may face financial challenges that make it difficult to meet their connectional fund giving commitment. In those cases, there is a waiver process available. The goal isn't to add burden, but to give churches a way to share their circumstances so we can walk alongside them with understanding and support. If your church ever needs to explore this option, please reach out to me directly. I'll help guide you through the process. If you have any questions, we're here to support you. Please feel free to reach out to me directly, and thank you for your faithfulness and generosity.